Hi, welcome along to World Cup Daily. And I'll tell you what, yesterday's World Cup games were absolutely amazing. I still can't get over that game. Spain 1, Holland 5. I mean, what an incredible performance by Holland. And what happened to Spain? 1-0 up, could have went 2-0 up. David Silva missed an easy chance. And then, wow. Van Persie scores a brilliant goal. That goal was absolutely awesome. This is what, listen, no matter how much we hate him at Arsenal, it's the sort of thing we've missed from him. Absolute quality. And then Iron Robin just run Spain absolutely ragged. It was an unbelievable performance, an unbelievable game. And this World Cup, trust me, the few games that we've had so far have been absolutely brilliant, and that game last night was an amazing game, and I think fantastic for the World Cup. Really opens it up. You had the Chile game after that. Chile looked good. They were looking comfortable, 2-0 up. I thought to myself, this could be another game of about 5-6 goals, and then fair play to Australia. I mean, they really came back into it. Great header by Cahill. You know what he does. You put the ball there in that box and he can bury it. And then after that, the Aussies had a couple of chances to equalise in that game. I thought they played really well, but Chile in the end, their quality shone through. Another great goal by Bojashaw, and a great performance. And watching Alexis Sanchez in that game, would that not be a decent signing for Arsenal? He scored 20-odd goals last season for Barcelona. Excuse me, Barcelona apparently willing to sell him, and he, in all the times I've seen it, every game I see that guy, he's absolute quality. He's got everything, and I don't know. I think it'd be a decent signing for Arsenal. If he's going and the sort of prices they're talking for him, about 20 to 25 million pounds, I think that'd be a steal for Sanchez, because I think he's such a quality player. But great performances by them, and even the other game. Earlier on, before that, Mexico versus Cameroon. I thought Mexico were excellent. Not so great defending, but attacking wise, they were brilliant. And they had 2 goals disallowed by Giovanni Dos Santos, who is a player that always steps up for World Cups. I don't know why those goals were disallowed, because they were both onside, but justice was done in the end. And a great performance by Mexico. And as I said, some good games. We haven't had any 0-0 so far. The emphasis in all the games so far seemed to be on attack, which I've really liked in this World Cup. And so far, it's been a really, really good World Cup. And as I said, that result yesterday, I'm still stunned by it. I mean, the whole of Spain must be mourning this today. I mean, Iker Casillas, I don't know what happened to his game, and it was just an amazing, amazing performance. Of course, today, games to look out for: Colombia playing Greece, Uruguay playing Costa Rica, and then the big, big one, England versus Italy. I'm so looking forward to that game. Now, listen, Roy Hodgson, if you was watching that game last night with Holland, what thing stood out in that game? And it was pace. The pace of Iron Robin. We're talking about top quality defenders in PK and in Ramos, and they just couldn't live with that pace in behind. And that's what England have got. Unleash Ross Barkley, unleash Sterling, unleash these guys, and we can beat Italy. But if we go into it all conservative, I think we'll have problems. We've got to unleash those young, pacey players. Watch what Holland did last night, and if we do that at same sort of similar counter-attacking style, we can win that game tonight. But let's see what Roy Hodgson does. Getting into some Arsenal news, well, Bacary Sagna, the latest one to try and sneak his move away, mentioned it during the World Cup. We all knew he was going anyway, but it's been announced yesterday that he's going to be signing for Manchester City. He knew it all along. He's known it even before the FA Cup final. That's why when fans were singing to him, "We want you to stay," he was never once sort of, made it seem like he may stay. His mind is all sorted, all done and dusted. And it just hurts to see all these excellent Arsenal players, all these players that have had, good careers at Arsenal, leaving to go to your biggest rivals. And it's really, really hurtful. Bacary Sagna, the latest one. Will we miss him? Listen, if we get the proper replacements in, because he is 31 years of age at the end of the day, And if he wants to go to Manchester City and sit on the bench behind Zabaleta, a player who he once said he hated, by the way, that's up to him. But we've got to get the right replacements in. And it'd be very interesting to see how good Serge Aurier is. I think the Ivory Coast are playing tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see Aurier playing in the World Cup. We'll be able to get a first view of him. And just as it's going to be interesting to see Jackson Martinez today, who should be playing up front for Colombia. So a lot of the players that have been linked with a move to Arsenal, we're going to get to see in this World Cup. But Bacary Sagna is officially gone. And also Santi Cazorla this morning. It's in the newspapers, or in a couple of newspapers, that Santi Cazorla told friends that he wants to go back to Spain. Atletico Madrid have been linked with a move for him. I think it's absolute nonsense. Again, it's good, isn't it? It's a good, but you know, Bacary Sagna's gone. Let's link another story in. I don't think there's any way on this earth that Arsenal will be selling Santi Cazorla, particularly when they didn't take up the option of signing Cesc Fabregas. Why would they then sell Santi Cazorla? I think that rumour is absolute rubbish. And Real Sociedad, the Carlos Vela thing, as I was saying the other day, when it was being reported that he's definitely come back to Arsenal, my thing on it is that I think there's a lot more to run on this. I don't think he'll be coming back to Arsenal. I think that a deal will be done. Well, it's been reported today that a deal may be done with Real Sociedad where they can buy out the other 50% of Vela's stake for 11 million euros, and then they'll be able to get the player. Now, listen, Arsenal getting money in here. They're getting money in for this Vela deal. They've got money in off of that Fabregas deal. Put that on top of the money that they've already got to buy players, which is a reported 100 million plus. Put that on top of the wages they're going to be saving by getting rid of players like Bentner. They've got a lot of money. Now they need to go out there and make some marquee signings. The fans will not accept loads and loads of filler signings. We want to see some big names coming into Arsenal. We see them leaving. We want to see them coming in. And it's going to be a really, really important transfer window for Arsene Wenger and Ivan Gazidis. One last player has been linked with a move to Arsenal today. As I said, to me, this is another one of those ironic players that are linked. We're playing Italy tonight, so let's link a player of Italian descent. And that's Marco Verratti. Plays for PSG at the moment. Papers are saying that he's a little bit unhappy at PSG because he hasn't been getting the game time, and Arsenal might be interested. Another central midfielder, I don't think so. 40 million euros, I don't think so. But it makes a nice story because England are playing Italy. That's my opinion on it. Another story that's just been put out there, but I think there's absolutely no substance behind it. Just before I go, let's get into a couple of your comments. New Thing Every Day says, do you think Arsenal should sign a winger this season, as all the wingers they have seem to be injured? Maybe El Shaarawy, as he may be in Arsenal's price range, and he can play a striker as well. Listen, I don't like this in Arsenal's price range thing. We've got lots of money. Let's go out. If we're going to go and get a player from AC Milan, let that player be Balotelli. That's my opinion on it. James Wheeler says, Kolo Toure, Adebayor, David Platt, Vieira, Taylor, Clichy, Nasri, Sagna, all Manchester City boys, all left Arsenal. Yeah, mate, I know what you mean. It's just terrible, isn't it? Whack Zach says it's a bummer that Sagna is leaving, but this proves that we need to get 3 to 4 top quality signings, and that the sale of Sagna will be justified. He said also from Australia, and can't believe we're meeting Spain in the group tables. Oh, we're beating Spain in the group tables, he said. Yes, they are, because on goal difference, they would be ahead of Spain. HBK Gunner says, do you think Mario Balotelli will actually sign for Arsenal? Hearing so many conflicting stories. Listen, you know what it's like with Arsenal. You don't know, but what I've been told is that Arsenal definitely interested in signing him, and I think he'd be an excellent signing for Arsenal. I'd love to see Balotelli at Arsenal. Giga Griff says Sanchez chance conversion rate is 32% this season in La Liga. Striker average is 16%. If he's available, we should pull out all the stops and get him. I really, really like Alexis Sanchez. Always have, and he'd be a brilliant signing. Giga Griff also says Blind was sensational for Holland. Player of the year for Ajax. Could be a potential target. Maybe I would have think maybe United might be looking at him now as well after last night's game, and Van Gaal is their new manager. All the United fans getting excited. Van Gaal, he's the best thing since sliced bread now. But it was an amazing performance by Spain. But it's all about England tonight. As I said, I want to see England unleash those kids. Please, Roy Hodgson, go out there tonight. You've got Ross Barkley, you've got Sterling, Sturridge, all these guys of extreme pace. You saw what it did last night. Let's go and do the same thing, and it can be a victory against Italy. Italy are going to be a very, very good team. We know that. We know when it comes to tournaments, they always step up. They're always class. They've got Balotelli, Pirlo. They've got class players. I'm so looking forward to that game. Look out for some interviews. We're going to be interviewing some fans after that game, so look out for that tomorrow. And don't forget to watch our England starting lineup 11 video as well. But thanks for watching World Cup Daily. Let's hope today is as good as yesterday. I'm loving the World Cup so far.